in the last live stream yesterday, we ended up doing a couple things. We did the pistons, cleaned those off. We got some pretty good views on that one, so we'll see if it can happen again. But today we're going to be hopefully getting the carburetor off. Probably, maybe the manifold, we'll see. Might try to get some valves out, start the valve job, but we'll just see how it goes. I'm going to start off by wiping the valves off, getting brake clean probably, and we'll see. We just got to take some things like this off, and maybe get my tools to start doing some of that. Okay, so basically all we need to take the carburetor off, since we got everything off besides, well, I guess probably need a screwdriver, but we can get that later. I'm just gonna start taking off these bolt thingies, and they're just at the bottom here. I'd probably go get a light, but we'll see. At least it's the other side. There we go. So, so we're just gonna take the carburetor off here, and we'll see. We might end up hopefully get the manifold mostly off. We'll see. I don't know if we're gonna start the valves or not, but we'll try. And then I'll have to go get a magnet bolt thingy to get these in there so I don't lose those. But and the short wrench is real nice because it reaches these bolts that normally would be hard to reach. But these ones, this wrench thingy seems to reach it pretty nice. So let's see here. All right. So, already tied it to this. There we go. I'm just there we go. All right, we're getting the carburetor off. So it's just a slow process. We'll get there eventually. It's starting to come loose. Then I'll have to get a flathead screwdriver to take off the choke. But, we will see. And I took this apart a little while ago and rebuilt it, and I guess we rebuilt it about a year ago, and it came apart nice, whatever, and ended up the stuff like the accelerator pump didn't last much more than a year, because it was a nice rebuild kit, but it just, I don't know. So I found if I don't drop that, so I found a old carburetor in my grandpa's garage, and it was from his 50 Plymouth that he had in college. It was like sitting there for like 60 years, and took that carburetor, ended up stealing a couple parts off of that, like this manual choke or automatic choke thing was not on our carburetor, so I stole that. I stole the top from his carburetor, have the bottom of our carburetor, and then this choke stuff, whatever, I stole from his carburetor because our carburetor did not have that. So I took it apart, I took the the accelerator pump out of his carburetor, and that carburetor was 60 years old. It was probably the original accelerator pump, and that thing was in like perfect condition, and took that off, stole it, whatever, took ours out, and then it works just fine now. So it's just old parts are built better because new rebuild kits from China do not work too good, I guess. So we're getting this off. The bolt's kind of getting stuck to a point, so I need to get the wrench again. But I gotta get my tools, which just, I have them all on this tray, which comes in, it's like a, I don't know, I like Husky tools, they're nice. And I got it for Christmas. I guess I want the size smaller. I got it for Christmas, and the whatever thing came with 3 sizes. It was all the whatever sizes normally, and then but it came in this these real nice trays, and it's like 170 tool set, which is real convenient, especially like if you go to junkyards. You just have these trays you can take out, and I don't know, it's pretty convenient. Like, look at this. You know, just in a tray like that. And I have a couple magnets and some different things. But, you know. Alright. There's some fuel. I want to make sure this doesn't spill. So, I'll have to set that there for now. The carburetor's almost off. I just got this one bolt to get off. There we go. Okay, carburetor's off. I just got to get a flathead screwdriver to get the whatchamacallit off the choke. So if you, where's a flat screwdriver? I don't know. We'll find one eventually. Oh, I guess I gotta take this automatic choke off too. Where should I leave? Should I leave? There we go. So carburetor's off now. Actually, before I get that, I'm gonna put the bolts back on here to just double check and make sure I don't lose any hardware. Because losing hardware for these, hard to replace. Got to get a flathead screwdriver and a couple other things. Yeah, just a flathead screwdriver. I should have one. Hold up. I should have one right here. Yeah, look at that. Okay, I have one right here. This is also part of that tool set. It's like $100 on sale. Real nice. Anyway, but just has a bunch of extensions. Put that right into my screwdriver extension thingy or whatever. And now I have a flathead screwdriver from a socket set. So it was on sale. I got it for a Christmas present, but it was on sale for like, I think my grandpa paid like $99 at Home Depot. So pretty good price for what it is. I really enjoy it. I've used it a lot. Okay. Now this choke is gonna be, there we go. Alright, carburetor is off. This carburetor is a pretty good carburetor. It's just a single 1 barrel, pretty simple. But I took, this was from the original carburetor. Yeah, this is from the original carburetor. This is from the original, and I stole the top off my grandpa's carburetor. Cause it had this extra choke thingy, whatever, for the automatic choke on this side too. Had some extra things, and I made this out of an old coat hanger for the automatic choke. Stole the interior of my grandpa's carburetor, but you know, now we have a good accelerator pump, and this top moves a little more free, so that's good. I can actually maybe take that apart and show you guys how the accelerator pump, but basically when this moves here, let me get towels so I don't spill fuel everywhere. But when this part moves here, you can hear fuel come out of the bowl, and it moves back real smooth. You can see fuel dripping out of there. That's how it's supposed to be. Before, it'd be like, it was like a lot of play in this. Like, I mean, it was all over the place. But that is off. So I'm gonna go put this somewhere. I'll just set that there for now. And then we gotta start on these manifold bolts, which I think are 9/16. But yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, 9/16. And they come off pretty easily. Some of them, the full studs come out, some of them they don't. But it just all depends. And there's these weird washers on them too, so I should probably get a bag to put them all in. just so I don't lose anything. But we'll see. Well, I guess, yeah, I probably should go get one real quick, just so I'm not confusing stuff. Okay, so I got one of the bolts off, and I'm gonna get a light real quick. 2 seconds. So, alright, these Duracell light thingies, so they're like real bright, and they got a couple settings there, and there. They got magnets, so this one's real convenient. I just put it on the setting I like, stick it to the hood, and look at that, we got good light to work in. So, yeah, that's real nice. For a pack of 3 of them, they're like $14 at Costco. So we got 6 of them, because real convenient. And I bet you this light will last an hour or so. So we shouldn't have to worry about that for a while. And some of these bolts, yeah, they're not too tight. They're not too bad. There we go. Just you can't turn them too much at a time because some of them just don't turn that much, you know? So, there we go. We're slowly getting there. I don't know if you can see this, but this is an automatic choke. You know, so when the engine gets hot, it'll go down and pull the choke down. When the engine's cold, it'll pull up, which is real cool. For 1950, that was kind of advanced, for Plymouth at least. There's probably some other Packards and higher end brands that had them already, but for Plymouth, that was kind of it wasn't a low end brand, but it wasn't a higher end. It was kind of a middle class brand, and to have an automatic choke on something like this was a pretty big deal. And I'm gonna have to do a valve job because you see how those are real rough shape. That's not what you want. Like here, they're real corroded, and that's similar on the inside. I already did a valve job, but I'm gonna have to replace the valves because they just wouldn't seal. So that's why I'm taking this manifold off. So, yeah. And this gasket's real nice because I got a gasket, whatever, and this is the old gasket that came with the carburetor reload kit. It's cardboard paper. It's really bad. Oh, I just drop it, you know. But the one that came with the gasket kit is this nice cork with metal and another layer of cork, which is pretty good for the price. And yeah. Then if you want to see the valves move, I'll move the fan. See the valves move. There we go. You know, but if we can get this bolt out, hold up. Might take a little bit of effort. Okay, well I might have to wait till I can get the manifold peeled back, and then we can get that pulled off. I guess we can loosen this one while we're at it. But you know, how am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. You know, just at school today. We had a late start because of snow or something like that. I don't know. I don't think we needed a late start, but I ain't complaining. I got a couple hours extra sleep, so that was good. So I'm just loosening these bolts because, you know, I'm gonna have to get a new gasket set because it's a whole thing. But the piston rod bearing thingies, I thought they were gonna be like $100, $200. I was finding them for 60 or 70, so there's some money I thought I was gonna have to spend that I don't have to spend because I don't know. I mean, that's convenient, I guess. These ones I'm gonna wait till like I said, to peel the manifold back, because they're being stubborn. But before, last time I was doing this, I missed 2 bolts that were underneath the manifold that I couldn't really see, so I have to go under the car to do those. But I couldn't see those, and so I was like taking a hammer to the manifold to try to break it off because I thought it was rusted on. It wasn't rusted on, it was just still bolted on. So I cracked the manifold in one of the exhaust thingies, one of these ones. Yeah, one of these ones. Or no, one of these ones actually, yeah. It's not a big deal because it's just exhaust. It's not going to be a vacuum leak or anything. So I took the welder and went along, zzz, you know. made some bright lights and stuff. You can go watch that video. And I just wadded that up, painted it. It's fine. It'll hold exhaust. It doesn't need to hold like vacuum or anything. So hopefully that won't be a big deal. And this heater box here is kind of hiding it's this far front one here. The heater box is kind of hiding that, so I don't have to worry about anything with that really, because you can't even barely see it unless you're really looking for it. But I don't think anyone's going to be specifically looking for it, because if they don't know about it, why would they look for it, you know? Okay, there it is. I should just keep these tools up here with me. But I gotta loosen her up. This is the vacuum line from the fuel pump. Yeah, from the fuel pump, the vacuum line thingy for the wipers. So, and the wipers, kind of rebuilt the fuel pump a little bit. The wipers were, I guess we should probably, what is that, probably 3/8, I think. We'll try 3/8. But, maybe, first try. What's the one bigger than 3/8? 7? No. But I can't think, what's the one bigger than 3/8? I can't think of it now. Well, I might have, well, I swear that's 3/8, isn't it? It's gotta be. Nope. What's the one bigger than 3/8? Because I can't find it. I think I lost it. Did I lose it? I don't know. Hold up. I can look maybe. Let me tighten this back up. There we go. I actually don't care right now, because I'll do that later. I have to get all these out first. Okay, come on. If I can reach. I swear I have to get a step stool because this is on stands, so it's like an extra foot higher than it normally would be. So it's real hard to get to specific bolts. So I might have to run and get a step stool real quick. Not that I'm like that short, but it's just the car is like 4 feet off the ground. Am I going the right way? Righty tighty. Lefty loosey. Which way's? I don't know. I think I was going the right way. Am I? I swear I don't know. Yeah, that's tightening. Righty tighty. Lefty loosey. It's like your multiplication jacks, but like righty tighty, lefty loosey, you know. I don't know. Am I going the right way? It feels like it's... No, I'm going the right way. It's just kind of tight. And I'm at... It's like it's hard to do with... Because I tighten these with a... Okay, come on. There we go. I tighten these with a big... What you would call it? Foot-long wrench. And it's hard to get with this because I can't get in there with a normal ratcheting wrench thing because this heater box is in the way before we had the heater box out. But since we're not pulling the engine this time, there's no reason to take the heater box out. Actually, there might be because the heater box is still leaking. But, you know, that's alright. And this is another thing right here, this hole. Apparently this sock here, this cardboard sock to have in good condition, is a rare thing. And you know our luck is to ruin that rare thing when we're putting in the engine and have a little bit of collateral damage. Whoops. But I think we'll just take some duct tape, like, you know, that like heat insulating tape, like duct with a T, you know, and we'll patch that up. So we'll just take probably some cardboard and then some duct tape or whatever, black tape or something, I don't know, and patch that up. So it shouldn't be too big a deal. But where's Connor? I don't know. He's like, he said he was gonna do his own stream tomorrow, but I don't know. Connor was helping me on Sunday, but I didn't go live. I was doing a video then. I still have to edit that. I should invite Connor over tomorrow, and he can help me. Then, you know, go live with Connor. Live streaming with Connor Johnson. That would be fun. Still got to get this one. Might have to get a freaking... Hold up. Don't drop your tools. You know, might land on the floor if you're lucky. Hey, it went on the floor. That's good. I'm gonna have to go get that. But, you know, I could. Oh, this could be an adventure. I'm gonna have to go under the car and get that. But it's not too hard because the car's on stands. Okay, we're good. We got it. And while we're under here, we'll get the other one I dropped. But I might have to get something to stand on and get up all the way to this because we have the car on lifts and it's really not convenient when you're trying to. Do I even have anything to stand on? Actually, I do. I have this jack thingy. I'll just, if the car's on jack stands, I'll just put myself on jack stands too. You know? There we go. Now we can reach it better. There we go. So you just need the right angle. And it's weird for this back one here. It was a whole adventure. It took me like an hour to get it off. Then like an hour to put it back on. And now it's gonna take me like an hour to get it back off again. Car stuff, you know. And then I'll have to get the bottom ones and new gaskets and new valves, and it's just a whole, that is strange. There's like a, is that a that's got to be a temperature sensor that goes around there's like a mini wire in the, there's like a mini wire in between, I'll have to show you guys, but a wire that you can see in between where like the water jackets are. I wonder if that's like a thing to get the temperature sensor. I don't know. The temperature sensor is just over here on the head. So I don't know why they'd have a wire going all the way across to get that, but I guess we just have a whole wire in our head, you know. Can I even, what is that? Does it move? I don't even know. That's weird. It doesn't move, so it's like a something for horsepower, you know. Not really. It's probably could just delete on that and get some weight reduction. This car only weighs 2,900 pounds, so it weighs just as much as my dad's Camaro, which sports car versus a 6-seater family car, you know. Weighs just as much because I think it, you know, if you look in the fenders, they're completely empty. It doesn't have all the crumple zones and safety features and technology that a newer car has that adds a bunch of weight, which I like my car simple, so simple and good looking, you know. So okay, what the heck, we're just gonna be complicated now, I guess. Hello, there we go. Slowly. This last little bit is always like, it's just harder than the rest of it. I don't know why. It's just gonna be one of those, isn't it? Hello. There we go. Cause I can't, it's too tight with my fingers. That's too loose to do this. And it won't fit in the, okay, there we go. You know the weird angles you gotta do when you're getting weird bolts. All right, come on. Okay, it's a whole ordeal. It's like it hits this side of the manifold with like this. I just put it here, it hits this side. So you gotta be real gentle to not strip your stuff, strip your bolts and whatnots and things. And I'll have to set up because there's like on a picture I saw. I was looking it up to check all the manifold bolts, and it said it was just these ones and the bottom ones, but no, there's one under the carburetor that goes through, and it was holding it on and I couldn't quite see it, and it wasn't in any of the pictures. So I was just so confused on why that wasn't getting off. I thought it was rusted on there, so I was taking a hammer and, you know, banging it like freaking crack the thing. I guess I guys can show you. I don't know. I often move this fuel stuff. I don't know how that's gonna make it interesting to get. So I got all the top ones. Maybe I can move the fan and get. Hold up. See how the valves move? You know, all of them move. But it's well, this sound, I swear. You hear that? Let me do it again. You hear that? I don't know what that is. I might need to adjust the valves. It could be hitting something. It's like a clunking noise. Yeah, it's like, this just feels like carbon on the bottom, but I did a valve jobs. Probably spent 4 hours on the valve jobs, like 20 minutes each. There's 12 valves, and it's like so pitted it just wouldn't even seal. And there's carbon all over. I'll have to. And apparently when you're doing your head gasket, you don't want gasket maker and crap there. You know what I did? I put gasket maker because that's exactly what you want. Nope. Things you learn. Whatever. A little bit flooded in here. Oh yeah. So that's a sign. What the valves, the intake ones, these ones are the worst shape. I think these are the intake. You see these ones? That with more corrosion, this one's not too bad. But how these ones are more discolorized, those are intake. And I'd put penetrating oil in there to help lubricate before we did the first start. Obviously it starts, that's why I'm having to do this again, but there's oil in the whatever in the intake because oil was getting through the valves, and that's just regular oil. That's not even penetrating oil, so just regular oil was getting through the valves. So that definitely wouldn't have sealed compression or anything. So, you know, valves are definitely going to be a thing on our list. I think the rings are okay. They just, since they weren't seated and they had a bunch of carbon buildup all over them, that was half our issue. So clean those real nice in last night's stream. So those are cleaned up nice. Can we get these off now? I don't think so. And I might have to clean this off again. Like, why is there so much? I don't even know. I probably should not oil on the gasket like that. Probably wouldn't hurt, but I just, you know. And I'll have to get a bag or something to put all these bolts in because I don't want to lose any. These are very specific bolts. And when it comes to 75-year-old bolts, they're kind of hard to find. Let's see here. How, speaking to wrench, maybe? Will this fit in there? Might just fit. Might have to get the middle size to get down in here, and I'll get down there, but I'll go from underneath to get those ones. Pull the middle size thingies, my bobbers out, and this one should fit in there. Not really, but it'll work hopefully. Oh, well, maybe, probably not. Actually, anyway, is this extension too long? Oh, come on. So the shortest extension we have is too long. Hey, it's like a wrench holder. You know, I guess the top of your engine, multi-purpose. Wrench holder, that's about all, but, you know. Can it reach this one? Now I need to like zip tie this fuel thing up, because last time we spilled like a gallon of fuel all over the floor because it fell. So I'll have to get zip ties, but we'll do that after we spill. the whole entire gas tank all over the entire floor, and then we'll do something about it. You know? It's like, because that's just, you know. Okay, so this one fits. So we'll loosen this one. And I guess probably should go get zip ties. We just need this to be higher than the fuel tank so it doesn't spill. But that's kind of hard to do when both your hands are, you know, zip ties are real handy. Okay, so I loosened one. It's too loose for my fingers, and it's too tight for my fingers to really get. I mean, I can kind of rotate it, but it's a lot of effort. But it's too the ratcheting on this, too loose, and I can't go like that. It'll just kind of do that. It won't actually ratchet like it's supposed to. You know, just things you gotta deal with. So I gotta take it on and off. Actually, if I hold this, I can get it to ratchet twice. So it'll only take a total of like 8 million years to get this off, but oh, even with my fingers holding it, it won't even ratchet. Well, let's try this again. Hold. Hey, we're kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, but we got like 10 ratchets there. You hear that? Yeah. We just gotta find our groove, you know, like groove from Minions, but like groove with a V. Anyway, ADHD stuff and distractions, and you know, if you I got an oil filter on this, you know, just some different things you added because it didn't come factory, and it's better for the engine if it has them. And they didn't think, engineers or mechanics in 1950 didn't think about that, which that's fine, because I would rather have a 50s car with some things I add like that than a modern car with all the luxuries and whatever, because there's a lot more to go wrong and a lot more crap to whatever. It's like the oil filter on this is so simple. It's right there. I know you can't see it, but it's, you know, right, the oil filter's right there, right on top. One bolt to undo the oil filter, whatever. Take the cap off. You can literally put a piece of toilet paper in there and it'd filter the oil. That's filters off of wherever's. They're like big canister things. I could dig one out and show you, but that sounds like a lot of work. It's in bins behind the motorcycle, which, anyway. And some gotta like twistilize your arm and gotta get up there to get the filter off. It's the LS, I will say, for a modern engine, if I had to change the oil on a lot of any modern, it'd have to be the LS, because the oil filter, it was designed by mechanics to work on, because the LS is the oil filter. Here's the oil pan, and the oil filter is like right next to the oil pan. You don't, you know, if your car, if it's in like a Silverado or something, you wouldn't have to put it on jacks. But if it's, your car's tall enough, you don't need to put it on jacks, but just put the car on jacks, get under there, reach up, change the oil filter, it's right there. Like, compared to some modern cars, so much easier. Like some of the Hyundais and Hondas and foreign cars that, you know, aren't meant to be worked on